Welcome back. The Nigeria Customs Service is setting record straight on how exchange rates are determined for cargo clearance. Following a wave of speculation over fluctuating duties, the service has clarified that it does not independently set or adjust foreign exchange rates for import and export valuation, I beg your pardon. Instead, the service relies entirely on official figures electronically transmitted by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The NCS emphasizes that its new Unified Customs Management System, codenamed BODOGU, is the sole authoritative portal for these valuations. The service dismissed a widely circulated rate of 1,451 as inaccurate, explaining that the figure originated from an outdated legacy portal. In reality, the official rates transmitted by the CBN for February 6 was 1,365 naira, I beg your pardon. This automated integration through the BODOGU platform is designed to guarantee transparency and prevent any unilateral adjustments by customs officials at the ports. Spokesperson Abdullahi Maiwada further noted that the service is currently working with the CBN to upgrade their system integration. This move aims to ensure real-time accuracy and strengthen the resilience of Nigeria's trade environment against information. Now, on international news, the United States government has warned that cases of visa fraud and overstays involving Nigerians may attract stricter immigration scrutiny. Officials emphasized the importance of compliance with visa conditions, noting that violations could affect future applications and diplomatic relations. Prospective travelers are advised to provide accurate documentation and adhere strictly to immigration regulations. The West African Examination Council has introduced digital certificates services across Nigeria, Ghana, and other member countries. The new system enables candidates to access, share, and verify certificates electronically, reducing processing time and curbing document forgery. Officials say the innovation marks a significant step toward modernization of examination management in West Africa. And lastly, Hollywood veteran Robert Duvall, best known for his Academy Award-winning performance in Tender Mercies, has died at the age of 95, his representative said. Duvall's distinguished career spanned more than 6 decades in film, television, and theater. He won the Best Actor Oscar for his role as Max Sledge in Tender Mercies, produced in 1983. Portraying a troubled country singer seeking redemption. The film was widely praised for its powerful performances and emotional depths. Over the years, Duvall delivered memorable roles in numerous iconic movies, including The Godfather, 1972, Apocalypse Now, 1979, The Conversation, 1974, Network, 1976, and Days of Thunder, 1990. His versatility and commitment to his craft earned him respect across the industry, both in the United States and internationally. Duvall's legacy is marked by a blend of intense character work and deep humanity, influencing generations of actors and filmmakers. Tributes have begun to pour in from colleagues and fans around the world. And that wraps up this edition of TVM's Metro. For more updates throughout the day, follow us on all our social media platforms. Stay tuned to TVM for trusted and in coverage. I'm Mara Samuels, and thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit, changing messages, uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Hello there. Welcome to today's broadcast on Men's Workroom. Men's Workroom talks about, speaks of like a laboratory, a workshop, a processing house where you deal with issues before you take them to the showroom to show to our world and market to our world. And in this men's workroom, we will be looking at different issues that pertain to men on how we can live our lives as married men and a successful home, as successful fathers, successful businessmen, successful money mongers, millionaires and billionaires. Today, I will start with what they say is the most important thing a man needs from a woman, and that is the word respect. Respect. There's a whole lot of things going out there talking about respect. Now, what respect is a deep admiration for someone or something. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something. When a man feels respected, he feels alive and on top of the world. To take our journey, we are going to consult the book that God gave to mankind to direct his life, called the Bible. We're going to take a ride from there, and we're just taking it in beats and then driving it home till we all get perfected in it. And that's St. Matthew's Gospel, chapter number 7 and verse number 12. I'm going to read first from the Common English Bible translation. It says, "Therefore, you should treat people in the same way that you want people to treat you. This is the law and the prophet." You should treat people in the same way you want people to treat you. I read it in Complete English Bible, and it goes like this: "Always treat others as you would like them to treat you." That sums up the teaching of the Torah and the prophets. That's the teachings of the Torah and the prophets. It means everything Moses was trying to teach the children of Israel, down from Exodus down to Deuteronomy, is about treating people the way you want to be treated. Everything Isaiah, Jeremiah, Hosea, and all they taught was to bring back this point. And do you really know that when we come to the point of realization and living our lives in the real sense of it, the way we want them to treat us, this world will be a bad space, because you have a thought before you act. You have a rethink before you do things. The Third Word Translation, the C part of it says, that is the meaning of Moses' teaching and the prophets. So I'll start my journey to let you know that since the greatest need that man has of his wife, or man needs from his wife, is respect, I would say that respect starts with you. I will say that because I bring the John C. Maxwell that is that everything rises and falls on the shoulder or the wings of leadership. Now, a leader is one who influences others to carry out a common goal. That's what a leader is. Respect in the home will actually start with you. It starts with you because you have a whole lot of benefits. So the benefits you have to derive from respect starting with you is that number one, you are the man. It is very important because you are the man. Being the man also means that you are the head. It means you are the top of everything: joy, pain, sorrow, happiness, and celebration. Number 3, you are the chief culture officer of your home. Culture is the way of people behave, is the lifestyle, the way and manner in which a group of people or society behave. The chief culture officer in your home. The next point is that you are the man in charge. You as the man in charge. You are in charge of victory. You are in charge of woes. You are in charge of failure. You are in charge of everything in the home. Next is that you are responsible. You are responsible for the atmosphere. The atmosphere determines the richness of the soil. Determines the richness of the soil. If we can't get the atmosphere right, though the nutrients in the ground might be good, over time, it's going to respond to what the atmosphere is. So it is very, very important. And the last thing I put down is that you are going to give account of your life and how you manage resources, which is your wife, your children, everybody in your home, the human capital or the human resources in your home, as well as the material resources in your time. So it is very important that you do this so that you can have a beautiful home full of respect. So the next thing I'm going to bring out is how you can achieve a home full of respect. I just talked about the relevance of it, or the benefit of it. So how do you keep a home full of respect, where your wife respects you to the maximum, what the Jamaican man would call number 1, you will need to make your wife know how much you love and appreciate her, how much you love and appreciate her. When women are not appreciated, they give birth to us, birth for us, damaged products. They give birth to us unhealthy atmosphere. They give birth to us resistance. They give birth to us everything that will shorten our lifespan. So it is very, very important that we do that. And in making this work, we need to start with our thoughts. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Our thoughts pattern determines our life. Our thought pattern determines our actions and our reactions. The next thing we need to put forth in showing our wife, to show our wives that we appreciate them, is our words. The words have to be loving, appreciating, and kind. It doesn't have to be judgmental. It has to be peace, loving, tender, and nice. And thirdly, it has to be in our actions. Action, they say, is louder than words. If you tell a woman, I love you, and she believes you, act opposite or otherwise, and you tell her again you love her, you act otherwise, she's going to stop believing you over a period of time, because you can't fool somebody all the time. You may fool them, but you can't fool them sometimes. It is important that words, your thoughts, your actions, your words tally. We have lots of people who are praying for their wives. I'm telling you, they are praying for their wives to die so they can pray for their wife, because they're tired of her behavior, tired of the way. Could it be because of the things that you put in her, the atmosphere you create, the way you behave towards her, that is affecting the way that the atmosphere of your house goes? Check all these things. It will affect where you get respect in the home. But if you want others to do to you, you ought to do it. You ought to do that. It starts with the mind. If your wife offended you, she's done so many terrible things to you, and you want to move your life forward, the place to start from is to change your mind. If you didn't used to admire her before, now start admiring her. Start looking at her and bring back to memory all those things you like. I've heard some men say, oh, when I married her, she was so slim. Now she's not fat. She's not after 2 children, she's fat. Oh, she's fat, but she's still your wife. Whether slim or fat, she's still your wife. Whatever she is right now, she's still your wife. Whether healthy or sick, she's still your wife. To help you go through this, the destructive line is to start looking at those things that you still like about her, amplify it. There's a volume to which you amplify it if you drown the things you do not like. So to change your mind, the good side, it will affect the sides you don't like and keep you going, because marriage is not supposed to be for a little distance, it's for a lifetime. Because the benefits it's going to bring to you are this. Number one, it will boost our self-confidence. And when our self-confidence is boosted, you are going to be amazed and so truly blessed. Number two, it will teach your children to do the same. Because most times it's like parents, like kids. Like parents, like the culture you create affects the culture in it. Number two, to put the spirit of honor in your home. The spirit of honor is about riches, is about health, brings about wealth, brings about protection. It keeps the devil away. I love that. It keeps the devil away. When you promote honor, it keeps the devil away. Number four, it buys you respect. When you your wife love her, it earns you respect. It earns you respect. I've seen some women, although some women can be very, very crazy. I've seen some women, they see their husband, the fool is coming again. The fool is coming again. How can you say that about your wife, about your husband, who is your head, your crown, and the glory? That's not good at all. So it is important we do it. The next point I'll drop here is for you to take that some men feel that when you love your wife too much, you love her, they will come to the point of familiarity. They start looking down on you, start having that superiority complex. Now, any woman who looks down on you because you tell her, I love you as my wife, doesn't have honor in her. If that's the case, if that's your state, has to deal with that. There's a way to deal with that kind of issue. But on a normal note, if you let your wife know you love her and you appreciate her, it's just going to boost her love and respect and honor for you. The next point is that glorifies God. Everybody wants to make God glad. Everybody wants to bless the Lord, and that blesses the Lord. Last I wrote down here is that it kills the tendency of separation and divorce. So many marriages are heading towards the rock. They are heading towards the rock. And the time to deal with it is now. Respect, giving is one strong way to keep the devil away from sponsoring or separation in your home. And this class, you have to do me a favor. Having spent this time, you need to do this for yourself and do me this favor, because your success is my delight. Do this. Write down 3 things you're going to do differently to show your wife that you love her and to improve the culture of honor and respect to you. Write down 3 things you're going to do to make her know you appreciate her. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget, my name is Victor Atenang. I remain your partner to a successful home. Be blessed.
You enjoyed this episode on Men's Workroom. For questions and contributions, please do write Reverend Victor Atenang via the email address showing on your screen. We're going to get back to you answering your questions. Thank you for watching Men's Workroom.
In every democracy, power does not operate in silence. Someone must ask the questions, tell the stories, and shine the light where others would rather keep things hidden. In Nigeria, that responsibility largely falls on the media. From newspaper and radio to television and digital, the media plays a powerful role in how the country is governed. Here on Explain, we're going to be looking at the roles of media in governance, how it informs, checks powers, public opinion, and strengthens democracy.
When we talk about media, we mean newspapers, radio, television, and digital platforms such as news websites and social media. In Nigeria, the media reaches millions of people every day in cities, towns, and rural communities. From early morning radio to the late night TV news, the media is often the first source of information to the public. The first major role of the media in governance is information. The media tells Nigerians what the government is doing, new policies, budgets, laws, appointments, and national decisions. Without the media, most citizens would be completely disconnected from the government activities. By reporting the news, the media keeps governance visible and open to the public. Another important role of the media is acting as a watchdog. Journalists observe government actions, investigate wrongdoing, and expose corruption or abuse of power. When public funds are misused or leaders fail to do their jobs, the media brings these issues to public attention. This role helps discourage bad behavior in government and remind leaders that the public is watching. Because of media reports, government officials are often forced to explain their actions. When stories trend in the media, ministries issue statements, agencies respond, and sometimes investigations are opened. This process is called accountability, leaders being answerable. In this way, the media helps balance power between the government and its citizens. The media does not only report news, but also educate the public. Through discussions, interviews, and special programs, the media explains government policies, citizens' rights, and national local language. Radio programs in local languages and discussions help Nigerians understand how governance affects their daily lives. Elections are a major part of governance. The media plays a key role during this period. The media educates voters, produces candidates, reports campaigns, and monitors the electoral process. On election days, media coverage helps promote transparency and reduce the speed of vote. This helps citizens make informed choices to strengthen democracy. The media gives ordinary Nigerians a voice. Through phone-in programs, interviews, and social media engagements, citizens can express their opinions and raise concerns. This allows the government to hear directly from the people and encourages public participation in governance. Despite its importance, the media in Nigeria faces challenges. These include pressure from powerful individuals, threats to journalists, lack of funding, and the spread of fake news. Some media houses also struggle to remain independent. These challenges affect how effectively the media can perform its role in governance. Without the media, governance would lack transparency. The media connects the government to the people, keeps leaders accountable, and helps citizens stay informed. A free and responsible media strengthens good governance and democracy in Nigeria. In the story of Nigeria's democracy, the media is more than just an observer, it's an active participant. By informing the public, holding leaders accountable, and giving voice to the people,
TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep celebrate our culture, people, and with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment from trending music to urban style and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Bold conversations, fresh ideas, and provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Watch TV on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Good day and welcome to TVM's Metro Updates, your trusted source for and reliable news across Delta States, Edo States, Nigeria, and the world at large. I am Mara Samuels, and welcome. Governor Sheriff Obriwori has moved to inject fresh leadership into two of Delta State's most strategic regulatory bodies. In a statement released, the governor approved the appointment of Chief Kako Stanley Esse as the Director General of the Delta State Local Content Agency, alongside Mr. Oko Sebastian, who takes over as Managing Director of the Delta State Structure for Signage and Advertisement Agency. The appointments are central to the state's drive for economic inclusion and urban order. Chief Esse will now spearhead the mandate to increase indigenous participation in Delta's gas and infrastructure sectors. Simultaneously, Mr. Sebastian is tasked with modernizing the state's signage and outdoor advertising landscape, a move officials will say not only improve safety and aesthetics, but significantly boost the state's internal revenue. Secretary to the state government, Dr. Kingsley Emu, has confirmed that both men will officially be sworn in on February 19th at Unity Hall Government House. The ceremony is scheduled to commence at 10 a.m. Government sources indicate that these appointments are a key part of Governor Obriwori's broader strategy to strengthen state institutions and accelerate the delivery of its more agenda for all Deltans. Still on Delta State news, the governor of Delta State, Sheriff Obriwori, has inspected two major road projects in Delta of the states. They include the Ogbolu-Okpanam Link Road and the Oko Phase 2 Road. The 12.2 kilometers Ogbolu-Okpanam Link Road had its groundbreaking ceremony in November last year. The road is designed with 7.7 meter wide concrete drains on both sides. It also has an overall width of about 11 meters and an 8-meter main carriageway. The project connects Okpanam and Ogbolu, two towns close to Asaba, the state capital. Inspecting the ongoing project, the governor said his goal is not just to build roads. He said he wants to connect communities for faster development. At the phase 2 of Oko Road, leading to Oko Anala, Oko Egele, and Oko Odifili, the governor commended the contractor on the quality of work done on the first phase. He praised the quality of work despite the difficult terrain. He urged the contractor to complete the second phase in record time. The governor reaffirmed his administration's commitment to people-oriented projects across the state. He said the aim is to positively impact the lives of Deltans. Still on Delta States, Asaba, the Delta State capital, became the focal point for youth activism. Hundreds of young leaders gathered for the inauguration of the Nigeria Youth Alliance NYA South-South coordinators. At a packed event at the Eleganza Center, NYA President Ambassador Ali Bin Abbas officially swore in 123 local government coordinators. The movement, which identifies as an aggrieved but neutral force, aims to bypass traditional political barriers to prepare youth and women for Nigeria's future leadership. Ambassador Abbas, a former aide to Atiku Abubakar, stressed that the alliance is focused on mentorship and civic engagement. He emphasized that the group's goal is to ensure that no young Nigerian or woman is left behind in the country's political evolution. The ceremony ended with a collective pledge from the 123 coordinators to drive empowerment programs across the South geopolitical zone. Now moving over to our neighboring states, Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo is set to unveil 54 construction equipment to strengthen infrastructure development across local government councils in the states. The equipment, which includes graders, bulldozers, excavators, and road compactors, will be distributed to councils to accelerate road rehabilitation, rural access projects, and drainage construction. Government officials say the initiative is designed to decentralize development and empower local authorities to execute project efficiency. The governor emphasized that the development will improve delivery and at the grassroots level and stimulate economic activities in rural communities. Still on Edo State news, government house staff in Edo State have undergone comprehensive staff drills as part of intensified emergency preparedness efforts. The simulation exercise covered fire outbreak response, emergency evacuation procedures, first aid administration, and coordinated communication strategies during crisis. Officials say the drills are aimed at strengthening rapid response capacity and minimizing risks during emergencies. Authorities noted that preparedness remains critical in safeguarding lives and public infrastructure, especially in high-profile government facilities. Now on to still our neighboring states. In Cross River, the All Progressive Congress in Cross River State is already setting its sights on 2027. Stakeholders from all 196 political wards converged at the Calabar International Conference for the pre-Congress meeting aimed at one goal: total grassroots mobilization. The gathering served as a strategic roadmap to unify the party and solidify support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
What we expect is leaders should go back to their works. Leaders should go back to their works. We cannot accept this where somebody sits down and begin to write a list. Totally unacceptable. I've heard that people say I've sent people to come and collect lists. I'm not sending anybody to collect lists anymore. Let the different leaders in the local government still discuss, because local government are zones. Some of them, the party takes everything, all those sensitivities should be put and brought into play, so that whatever that will come out, you are representative of the people. That is not going to determine the result of election, whether it's going to be at the ward level, at the House Assembly level, House of Rep, or whatever. That's why I always insist that no gives power to who he wants to give. I've seen people set up all structures all around them, and I collect all those structures. So long as a human being, you cannot define his system and character. I can change it. You go to the people cannot go against the people. So I don't want any rancor. We're already a family. We have suffered enough. I've said appointments did not come to pass. The authority they know, and the promise is there to make sure that this is corrected.
Fresh political fireworks as the ruling All Progressive Congress APC has firmly rejected allegations from the African Democratic Congress ADC, accusing it of coercing civil servants and government workers into its ongoing electronic membership registration, better known as e-registration. The APC describes the claims as entirely false, baseless, and part of a deliberate disinformation campaign by the opposition party. The controversy erupted after the ADC, in a statement Sunday, February 1st, 2026, raised alarm over reports from multiple states. According to ADC National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi, civil servants were being pressured through what the party called economic coercion to sign up for the APC digital membership drive. The ADC labeled the alleged acts as unconstitutional, undemocratic, and a blatant violation of civil service neutrality, warning that forcing public servants into a ruling party membership undermines democracy. A strong-worded statement issued by the APC National Publicity Secretary, Felix Moore, he dismissed the accusations outrightly, saying, I quote, "The claim is entirely false and baseless and seeks to cast a shadow over the cutting-edge and breaking digitalization of our party's membership. This backs and forth highlights rising tensions ahead of future elections, with the ruling party touting its digital membership growth as a sign of strong support, while opposition voices cry foul over potential abuse of power. The administration remains ongoing and both parties show no sign of backing down. As Nigeria's political landscape heats up, questions continue to linger. Is this a genuine membership surge, or are there pressures behind this scene? We'll keep monitoring developments and we'll be updating you as the news unfolds. All right, we'll go on a quick break on TVM's Metro Updates. We'll return with more stories across the nation. Stay with us.
Welcome to Dursag Engineering and Services Limited, a trusted name in the oil and gas industry, proudly registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission since the year 2000. We hold several specialized with the Department of Petroleum Resources, are accredited with service and product codes by NIPEC, certified by Dun & Bradstreet, and proud ISO 9001:2015 certified. Our head office is strategically located at 43 Airport Road, Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. At Dursag, our area of expertise cut across critical sectors, including manpower sourcing and supply, both local and highly trained expatriate personnel. Engineering services across civil, electrical, instrumentation, and mechanical works. Construction and fabrication works. Specialized procurement and supply. Operations and maintenance services. Integrated marine services, delivering supply boats, cruise boats, tugboats, barges, houseboats, and speed boats. We are proud partners to some of the industry's leading players, including NNPC and its subsidiaries, Seplat Petroleum, First Hydrocarbon Nigeria Limited, MD Western, Saipem Contracting Nigeria Limited, and Lee Engineering and Construction, among others. Over the years, we have successfully executed manpower, EC, and marine support projects with a strong record of excellence. At Dursag Engineering, we are committed to quality, safety, and timely delivery, ensuring that every project meets and exceeds expectations. Dursag Engineering and Services Limited, your trusted partner in delivering world-class engineering and energy solutions. Welcome to Dursag Engineering and Services Limited, a trusted name in the oil and gas industry, proudly registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission since the year 2000. We hold several permits with the Department of Petroleum Resources, are accredited with service and product codes by NIPEX, certified by Dun & Bradstreet, and proudly ISO 9001:2015 certified. Our head office is strategically located at 43 Airport Road, Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. At Dursag, our areas of expertise cut across critical sectors, including manpower sourcing and supply, both local and highly trained expatriate personnel. Engineering services across civil, electrical, instrumentation, and mechanical works. construction and fabrication works, specialized procurement and supply, operations and maintenance services, integrated marine services, delivering supply boats, cruise boats, tugboats, barges, houseboats, and speed boats. We are proud partners to some of the industry's leading players, including NNPC and its subsidiaries, Seplat Petroleum, First Hydrocarbon Nigeria Limited, ND Western, Saipo Contracting Nigeria Limited, and Lee Engineering and Construction, among others. Over the years, we have successfully executed manpower, EPC, and marine support projects with a strong record of excellence. At Dursag Engineering, we are committed to quality, safety, and timely delivery, ensuring that every project meets and exceeds expectations. Dursag Engineering and Services Limited, your trusted partner in delivering world-class engineering and energy solutions.
Welcome back. The Nigeria Customs Service is setting the record straight on how exchange rates are determined for cargo clearance. Following a wave of speculation over fluctuating duties, the service has clarified that it does not independently set or adjust foreign exchange rates for import and export valuation. I beg your pardon. Instead, the service relies entirely on official figures electronically transmitted by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The NCS emphasizes that its new Unified Customs Management System, codenamed BODOGU, is the sole authoritative portal for these valuations. The service dismissed a widely circulated rate of 1,451 naira as inaccurate, explaining that the figure originated from an outdated legacy portal. In reality, the official rate transmitted by the CBN for February 6th was 1,365 naira. Pardon. This automated integration through the BODOGU platform is designed to guarantee transparency and prevent any unilateral adjustments by customs officials at the ports. Spokesperson Abali Maiwada further noted that the service is currently working with the CBN to upgrade their system integration. This move aims to ensure real-time accuracy and strengthen the resilience of Nigeria's trade environment against misinformation. Now, on international news, the United States government has warned that cases of visa fraud and overstays involving Nigerians may attract stricter immigration scrutiny. Officials emphasize the importance of compliance with visa conditions, noting that violations could affect future applications and diplomatic relations. Prospective travelers are advised to provide accurate documentation and adhere strictly to immigration regulations. The West African Examination Council has introduced digital certificates services across Nigeria and other member countries. The new system enables candidates to access, share, and verify certificates electronically, reducing processing time and curbing document forgery. Officials say the innovation marks a significant step toward modernization of examination management in West Africa. And lastly, Hollywood veteran Robert Duvall, best known for his Academy Award-winning performance in Tender Mercies, has died at the age of 95, his representative said. Duvall's distinguished career spanned more than 6 decades in film, television, and theater. He won the Best Actor Oscar for his role as Max Sledge in Tender Mercies, produced in 1983. Portraying a troubled country singer seeking redemption, the film was widely praised for its powerful performances and emotional depth. Over the years, Duvall delivered memorable numerous iconic movies, including The Godfather, 1972, Apocalypse Now, 1979, The Conversation, 1974, Network, 1976, and Days of Thunder, 1990. His versatility and commitment to his craft earned him respect across the industry, both in the United States and internationally. Duvall's legacy is marked by a blend of intense character work and deep humanity, influencing generations of actors and filmmakers. Tributes have begun to pour in from colleagues and fans around the world. And that wraps up this edition of TVM. For more updates throughout the day, follow us on all our social platforms, on all our social media platforms. Stay tuned to TVM for trusted news and in-depth coverage. I am Mara Samuels, and thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TV, your world, your network. Breaking stories, moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture and voice with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Growing up, we're all told, or we're all given one particular definition of the word culture, and I believe we were all told that culture is the way of life of the people. Welcome to Your Perspective with me, Mara Samuel, and I have with me my co-host, Mr. Fred O'Neill. Hello, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, hello.
Thank you for joining me on Your Perspective today.
It's a pleasure.
Right. Today we'll be discussing the place of culture in today's world. What's your perspective on the place of culture in today's world? We're more than glad to discuss this with you, and I hope that you stay tuned and you keep it locked down because we have a long. You can always connect to us, watch us on all our social media platforms, reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. And you can also send us a message on our WhatsApp number displayed on your screen and a text message to the number displayed on your screen as well. All right, let's dig right into it. Mr. Fred, what is culture to you?
Well, culture, like you rightly said earlier on, is the way of life.
Yeah.
How certain persons lived together and lived or live by some set rules or standards for coexisting. All those man, the ordinary life, how they live their life.
Interesting. And we understand that culture shapes who we are, and we have different tribes, different culture. I believe that in our metropolitan area where we are, Delta State, the prominent tradition here is the Robo tradition. We have the Robos, we have the Locals, the Buzz, the Shakira's, and all that. But we have prominently known to be mostly the Robo people.
Well, I don't know about that. Thank God we are not the program perspective, but for other tribes who are here, the most dominant tribes here, this axis, they are the Robos, like you rightly mentioned. We have the Shekiris, the Ijaw. So the Ishekiri man would not want to agree with you that is the Robos that are most dominant here, but let's go with what you just said. You have more of among these three tribes, because they are the dominant in this part of the state. What is the truly, you have more of those right here in Warri.
Yes. All right. We know, growing up, like I said earlier, the culture of our people has shaped us to who we are. It has, given us a path to follow, so to speak. So let's talk on the marital traditional rights, the marriage traditional rights. A young girl is of age, and she, has a fiancé that wants to come marry her from her parents' house, and there are so many things to follow. There are so many paths, and there are so many roads. It's a long journey, but not to scare anyone. It's a very interesting journey, as I was made to understand. So let's talk the bride price.
Okay.
Is the bride price really important? Like, what is the significance of the bride price in your understanding?
Well, what we have been told and taught over time, over the years, me growing up as a young man and to where I am today, we've been told that you just can't go pick someone else's daughter and call, that's in quotes, pick someone else's daughter, your wife.
Yeah.
Some, procedure, some steps to take to ensuring that, yes, anywhere in the society, that lady or that woman can be referred to as a wife to a man. So, bride price, as it is called, is not, because the basic understanding for many people is that the bride price is money paid on
yes, we pay
now that's what it really means.
Okay.
It means, the bride price means the price that a man, or the amount a man will want to pay down for acknowledging the family that you have a daughter that you're giving. Not buying the lady or daughter. You're not buying the daughter. It's just a significance, is a way of life that when you go in the family, for you to be recognized, this daughter or this lady you are taking away from family A, is now your wife, is now part and parcel of you, like the Bible says, the two shall become one flesh. For them to be referred to as man and wife, you've got to go through that. And for you to go through that, it invariably means that you are dropping something in the family. I'm taking custody of your daughter, but it's not like I'm buying her.
So it's as good as saying that in our local parlance, it's as good as saying I don't pay something for my wife yet. Not really.
And
then the women, they don't do something for my head.
No, that's how I say it.
Yeah.
in the local parlance, like you said, but significantly, that's not what it means. Like you're paying, the woman said. It only shows that there is pride, you know, being established on that woman's life, that she's not a wayward lady. She's not a wayward woman. You know, bottom line is that she comes from a home, and she becoming someone else's, you know, is just a significance, or is just a sign that she comes from a good home and being given out.
Okay. Some people, you know, when we in movies, let me use movies as instances, and even some marriages that I've attended, you know, we hear the elder say something like, saw a flower in your garden, we saw a fruit in your garden, we've come to pluck it. So now, coming to in the coming to a garden or coming to a compound to pluck something, and now you have to drop a price, you have to pay a price. That thing now belongs to you. It's now your property. Because I think that is where most people don't get it. Some people feel, oh, I've paid something on your head. I paid your bride price. You are now my property. Use that as a means to, you know, want to misbehave. And
let me also point out that the case we have now is for the Urhobos, right?
Yes.
Now, for the Urhobo culture, what I understand is, in the time of the bride that we're being paid, there is always a question that is asked, and there is always a statement that is made. The statement, you know, supersedes the question. The question is, are you sure this is the man you want to get married to? You know, that's the question. But the statement is, when they receive the dowry from the man, that this is the dowry for this particular matter, they always say this. And some, I don't know if all, you know, the Urhobo divisiveness, but there is this particular thing that is common, that when you bring, for instance, 200 naira as the bride price, they give the man 20 naira from the 200 naira.
Okay. Means the man
So,
paid 180 naira.
yeah, so what the statement that follows is key, that we are not daughters or our daughter to you. Okay? We are only collecting this because it is what the culture demands. Tradition demands. So, but we are giving you this 20 naira just to let you know that we did not sell our daughter.
Okay.
Okay? So that's why I said the statement that precedes after that question supersedes the question. You know, so for the issue of you saying that I paid something on the woman's head, and that guarantees me or gives me the levity, or you know, the power to now pounce on the woman when I want to, he said no, that woman was not sold to you. For the Urhobo tradition now, that woman was not sold to you. Never.
So is this your perspective, or that's how it is?
That's how it is.
Oh, interesting.
Not my perspective, that's how it is.
Okay, interesting. All right, so still on the marital rights, the Urhobo traditional marriage, we're going to talk more. Let's talk on the, you know, when the bride comes out and do all the traditional things that they have to do, you know. So the bride's father, I believe, gives her a drink. Sorry, the bride's father gives the husband to be now, after receiving the dowry, gives the husband a drink to, you know, drink a bit and then give to his wife. And then after drinking, in some cases, if they are Christians, if they don't do alcohol, you know, in most cases it's usually alcohol.
Yeah.
But if they don't do alcohol, they can use water or wine.
Yes.
non-alcoholic wine.
Yes.
So in that case, they now pray for them, and then so the husband now sits down, and then from what I was made to understand, the wife now, they hold the wife to the husband's lap, where the husband is sitting, and they now, do the traditional sitting. She sits up to 9 times. So she sits and stands up to 9. So they hold her by the shoulder. They put her on the husband's lap. She stands 1, 2, 3. So they count up to 9 times. What does that mean? Because I've heard some people say, oh, 9 means forever. So when she sits on the husband's lap, it means, oh, they'll be together forever. But what's the significance of that, really?
Well, the simple truth is there are some things in that event that will make the event glamorous.
Yeah.
That's one of them, to make the event glamorous. And the information as well that goes with that sitting and standing, I think has to do with, like you rightly said, forever. I think when we get to the count number 9, so they say forever. Like I said, there are some certain things that play when it comes to the dowry thing.
Yeah.
For the Urhobo culture, one thing is said. There's in that aspect where for instance, where they pay the dowry, just to take us a little bit back.
Yeah.
Where they pay the dowry and the dowry is collected from the man. Before the dowry is collected, the father of the groom, of the bride, will always say, this is the money in my hand, though.
Should we collect it?
If in our tradition, when we collect it, we don't refund it, which means it is better for worse.
Yeah.
So they always say this thing just to put that thing in them, that marriage is for better, for worse, and it is an institution that must last forever. And that's the significance of that, sitting and not sitting, and just to put the lady on and off the man's lap until the 9th time. So I think when it gets to the 9th time, when they now exclaim forever, it invariably means they are passing the message to both of them that you cannot be separated. Yeah, no matter what it is. I think that's just one of the significance. If not, for me, the way I see it, for me, my own perspective is it's just to make it.
If it has any.
It doesn't, because at the end of the day, if they want to go their separatives, they will go their separatives. So there is no undertone, spiritual undertone to that matter.
Oh, you think?
I know so.
Oh.
There's no spiritual undertone. So that is in the aspect of if they want to different ways, nothing can put them if they want to.
Okay. All right. Still on the marriage rights of the Urhobos in this part of Delta State. I was made to understand, that after marriage, after all is said and done, all the partying, the drinking, so the bride is taken to her husband's house, right? If it's in a case where the husband does not have a house around here, maybe they could go to the husband's family house, right? Yeah, so they go to the husband's house, either the husband's personal house or the husband's family house, and they call it the excursion. Yep. That's the word. They call it excursion, and they do all kinds of traditional rites. What are some of the traditional rites they do in excursion? Because I know that, of course, I expect that the husband's family will welcome the bride, right? They cook some food and welcome the bride. Yeah. What are those traditional rites? What are some traditional rites that they do?
I think the most significant one, if I remember very well, is the washing of the woman's feet as soon as she wants to step into the house.
Okay.
Of the man. Well, it's what I was made to understand is that it takes away every form of being single out of her, everything that has to do with she just basically being single, and now secondly, you getting into another family.
Officially,
you are now part and parcel of this new home you are getting into. So every other thing is secondary. Where you're now entering is primary. It comes first. I think that's one key area I also looked at that I understand about the traditional rights when it comes to traditional marriage in the Yoruba.
Okay, then I've also heard, you know, we hear things, so we keep hearing. I've also heard of some traditional rites where they ask the bride to sweep the husband's compound. What does that sweeping signify for you? What does it mean?
Well, it's just like
someone that just newly wedded or newly married, asking her to carry big broom to sweep.
Well, it's likened to a particular tribe as well. I think either in the Middle Belt or somewhere in the northern part of Nigeria, where is it the Middle Belt or the West, where one of the things you do, I can't remember if it's the West or East again, my head, but one of the things that the bride would do going into the man's house is to cook the first meal for the man to eat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it's just to know all these things, is just to know if the woman is industrious and hardworking.
But why is it that marriage day that they will now ask her to do all of that? But she, of course, it's expected that, you know, before that marriage day, she must have been doing all of that. So why is it that particular day that they pick it as a particular, you know, thing to do for her to cook? And then if it's for that they don't know how to cook, what happens?
Well, it's just let me drag us a little now.
Yeah.
During the bride there's a list of things to be done from the man's aspect, now the groom, the things he's supposed to, like that box of clothes. The way it is now, they are even helping the groom now, because there are some certain amount of wrappers, for instance, and some blouses, tops for the woman that should be in that box. But the way things are now, they just kind of cover for the man. You could, at the end of this, just see two pieces of wrapper and one blouse, one top for the woman. But that's not the requirement. All right. So it is with what you're saying about why is it? It's just formality. The sweeping, the cooking, and all that. It's not like it's that day they want to know if the woman does not know how to cook or does not know how to clean the house. So it's just right. Yes, it's just formality. But mind you, when this thing started back in the day, ancient of days, that's where this whole thing came from. Yeah. It didn't start 10 years ago or 50 years ago. Parents, you know, yes, our ancestors have been doing that. Yeah. But when they started it then, they meant everything they were doing. The sweeping, for instance, it's not like these days where they have this cutting and stuff like that, that the parents will know that my is going out. You know, so I've seen someone, just like you said, I've seen the parents will now say, you know, the family and all that. That's how best they will know the girl and her family. But when they start to cook or clean, we don't know until the day of marriage. So that was back in the day. So that's why it's passed on. But now it's all formality because we know how it happens. How the man will see a woman he wants to marry. Yeah. You know. So but now it's all formality.
Okay. All right. So we will be right back. We would love to know what your take is on this interesting topic, the place of culture in today's world. We'd love to know what your take is on the traditional marital rights of the Urhobo. What is the traditional rights of your culture? We'd love to know. Drop us in our comment section on all our social media platforms displayed on your screen, and we would love to hear what you think and what you say. All right, your perspective will be right back. Let's go for this quick see.
At DSAG Engineering and Services, we anticipate, manage, and deliver. Since 2000, we have a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and delivery, with integrity, proficiency, and innovation at the core.
we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering design, construction, procurement, manpower outsourcing, and maritime supplies, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call +234 807 254 8624. DSAG Engineering and Services. Anticipate, manage, deliver.
All right, welcome back. Before we went on this really quick break, we were talking about the Urhobo tradition and the traditional marital rights of the Urhobo tradition. And our topic was still on the place of culture in today's world. What is that cultural right? What is that cultural, what is that traditional thing that has been passed on to you that you still follow up until today? Because as we all know, culture, like we're told growing up, culture is the way of life of people. So what is that cultural thing that you live by that shapes you through your daily life, or that shapes you to be who you are today, or that has shaped you rather to who you are today? And I have with me in the studio Mr. Fred O'Neill, who's helping me discuss this amazing topic. So Mr. Fred, we were talking about the traditional marital rights, Urhobos, and I just realized that we didn't talk about the bride price list. That bride price list, oh my goodness, that bride price list is a lot. That bride price list for you, what is it? What's the significance of it? I know that, of course, before somebody goes to somebody's house to get married to her, before a man goes to a woman's house to get married to her, he will come prepared. He's going to spend money for food, drinks, entertainment, and all of that. But the things listed in that bride price list, do you think some of them are outrageous, or that's how it has been, and that's how it's supposed to be? It was supposed to be. Because I feel, so when I see some lists, or when I hear of some lists, I'll be like, Shebi is not married. It's a poverty elevation scheme. What's going on here? So
no, but for the Urhobos, honestly speaking, I think they are one of the cheapest in the in the Niger Delta. Yes,
really,
in the Niger Delta is one of the cheapest. Yes, and well, it depends. Like you said, you've seen a certain list. It depends. It depends on which part of the Urhobo enclaves or communities that you're coming from. There are some that are really outrageous. There are some that are outrageous, like you rightly said. But the most important thing there are the things for the father, the mother, I think for the youth of that community.
Why youth? The youth take care of me now, you know. Why my husband now come and buy?
The youth represent the community. Your father or your mother or your parents come from a community as well. We are not talking about the Isokos now. If not, I would have talked on the Isoko, because they do that a lot. You know, I don't know of the rules. I'm not seeing that. But the Isokos, if you are going to marry a woman from Isoko land, you'll be given a certificate from that community, courtesy the local government of that Isoko, south or north as it is. You know, so that gives some kind of a form of for marriage. As a woman from the Isoko enclave, you are glad when you see certificates being handed over to both you and your husband in the traditional marriage. Yes, in the Isoko land. That is what I know. You know, so it brings some form of authenticity, like I said earlier on. So for the Urhobos, the list, for me, is not outrageous. Like I said, you asked if things will be given to the youth. Yes, definitely they will be given to the youth. And there's also the extended family that they have shared too for that. Because all these people, like it or not, they have one way or the other affected the upbringing of that particular child. directly,
Not all families.
directly or indirectly. No,
Not
that's
all
that.
families.
No,
Some families they just they don't even know their extended family. So you
Okay.
cannot say now that when you want to get married, no, the extended family that do not know that the girl exists.
do you know why I'm saying this way? Is because when you say they don't have the extended family, because they don't go home. They don't go
Okay,
to,
the
yes,
extended family don't
yes,
come.
no, the
extended
extended
family
family cannot come to town.
And
The extended family
they
cannot
also
come
reach
to
out,
town
so
because
how do they have
your
a place in
parents,
girls'
your
life?
parents came from somewhere. Your parents,
But the extended family,
they
do not have a
didn't
place
just
in the girls' life.
they
To
do.
contribute.
They do in a way they do. It's because these modern parents, they don't go home. You know, back in the day when this whole thing started from, they you know, it was a communal thing. It was a situation where we have to travel to the town, to the metropolis, the urban areas to hustle. You know, it was always a communal thing. Everything they did back then was seen, and it affected the family as well. So that's why during the bride price, it's the whatever goodies that is shared will go to these different sectors in quotes, you know. So in the bride price, because the bride price list we were talking about, yes, things that are written, most of the things that are written there are called for, you know, because these are the ones that brought the parents now. These are the ones that actually brought up the children. You get?
Yeah.
So definitely, what is in the price is welcome development. But where it becomes outrageous is when you start bringing number of some items there that are figures very outrageous, and the bride price is, you know, it's not one big money. So I said tradition, the robo nation, I think is one of the cheapest when you talk about the bride price.
Okay, yeah, let's still on the bride price, the robo traditional marriage.
Yeah.
I see things like a bag of salt. What's that bag of salt for? Why do they have to buy bag of salt? And it reminded me of when my elder cousin was to get married. He got married to a Yoruba lady. It was a lot. The whole compound was full with yam, fruits, food stuff. But the yam was what strong. Yam. What's be the community? What's going on here? Why do we have so many things like this? Now, if Igbos, you see stuff for the Umuadas, that the other women. If they give anything, even if food is not served in that marriage, even if you don't entertain your guests, see that that list for the the elderly.
Most of
it must be provided.
Most of the tribes have that particular thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
Even the have it as well for the elderly women. Yes, they do. Like I said, it's a communal thing. If we have to go back to time, you will see the reason why these people are included. The mother, if it's in that period rather, your mother will be among these women for the women's meeting and what have you. Yes, that's why I said.
Present age, like that's why our topic is in today's world.
Now, in today's world, we are trying to modernize things.
Yes.
By
most mothers don't belong to this traditional society.
You know, the funny thing is, if you are really from this nation, this traditional nations, you will go home to pay the dowry. You will go home, and that's why things go home to pay the dowry. That's why the Isokos will hold their ground, as in, if the Isokos they don't go home to pay, you start from the local government and the community where that girl comes from, they will still come and hand over that certificate to you.
Okay, so if
parents that will ensure that those things are done. So the groom, whatever needs to be paid normally, if they had gone to the village, will still be paid by the groom. Okay, even without going.
Okay, so even for the fact that they must do those things in your hometown, you know, for whatever reasons they are not going home, they will still do those things for the people at home.
Yes. Oh. So if you decide like the modernization we're talking about, you know, we don't do that, your mother doesn't, so long as parents come from the community, the important thing is, because when the important thing is when your daughter is getting married, the father will send a message to the village. He has an elder brother or an uncle and what have you, that my daughter is getting married. Yeah. So what needs to be given to them will be given to them, even if they don't come. Now, because a friend of mine, when she lost her dad, she wasn't married at the time the dad died, but her sisters were married, you know, and they died, you know, they went home to officially because their father died. And you know, they went out, you know, the normal thing to task them and all of that. So, but there was this particular tasking, tasking, task them to say, when you people got married, you were not informed. Yeah. You people did not get married to people in the village. So you have to come and do your marriage again before you can bury your father. And that raised a lot of rancor. And I was why? No,
how many years ago? Why?
No, it's not like you have to. They just brought that one to you know, pressure on you to do what you need to do. You have to do what you need to do. What you were supposed to do then, you were getting married that you didn't do. You will not do it then. You know, so that's how it is. Not that you will come and remarry. The only time you will say marry is probably when there's need for it. Maybe you were not really properly married and all that. Some traditions, you know, maybe your mother, you have to go get married first and do stuff. Like for instance, too, still talking about marriage, probably you are separated and your child wants to get married. Yeah. Or maybe you are not even married, and your daughter wants to get married. Yes. So in such instance, you know, cohabiting, they will tell you before your children.
So if it's in a case where, okay, let's even dwell on that. If it's in a case where the father and mother of this person get married now, they're not married, right? Before this young girl wants to get married, and the parents is late. Say the man, the father of the girl is late. Who does the woman now get married to?
No, there's no punishment for that. You know, there's nothing they can do about it as long as one of the partner is gone. You know, so it's you just go ahead and do the marriage.
Okay. I've also heard of some traditions. I think the Igbo traditions, where if it's in a case like that, you know, they will tell you, oh, yeah, the child cannot answer the father's name. It has to be the mother's name or something that like that. So if it's in a case of where the woman, that's the mother of the child, you know, she is not married to the man, the father of the child, and for whatever reasons this child is born, the child will not answer the man's name, who's the father, because they are not married. The child will answer the mother's name because she's officially married to the father of the child.
Well, what I understand about is some misunderstanding between the man and the woman. You know, I've seen situations they are not married, or they were not married, but the child still answer the father's name.
Okay, so you think it's a personal family misunderstanding, not like that's the traditional thing to do?
I don't know if it's traditional thing, but it's common with the Igbo speaking tribe. You know, it's very common that, you know, when you marry, child should be the maiden's name of the woman. You know, I've heard that a lot. I've not seen. But the one I have seen, I said, is the child answered the father's name.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But still on the traditional and cultural rights of the Igbo tradition, now let's delve into birth, childbirth. You know, after marriage, you know, it's everybody's prayer that after marriage, the next comes from childbearing and bearing of children starts coming in. So now let's talk on the childbirth, child's naming, traditional. So we know that the naming ceremony, well, from what I was also told, from what I was also told, you know, for a child's naming, a traditional child's naming, you know, so they will usually do the in 7 days and all of that. But as that, they have to do this cultural thing. I heard, you know, get the sugar, they get salt, they get honey or sugar, and they get oil, either olive oil, anointing oil. There's an oil in play, you know, and then all of these things have significances. Why do you think that is?
That is traditional matters you are talking about.
Yeah.
You know, for those items, they do have their own significant role to play in the life of the child. It's just like into the fact that when you take your child for naming ceremony in the church,
yeah,
you know, the pastor will come forward, bring in your oil, your anointing oil, and put it on the forehead of the child. Sometimes even put it in the mouth of the child. Yeah. Now, that one signifies from the Christendom, it signifies the Holy Spirit taking charge of the child, right? Now, for those items, the oil, the salt, the sugar, these play significant role in the life of the child as well. Yes. How it is that it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. Actually, it's a spiritual thing for that child, you know, protection from different kinds of ailments.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, altering the child's destiny into a destiny, not to be thwarted, not to be stained, you know, by any external forces and all that. So those are the significance of this particular tribe. That's what they believe, because like it's not, before the advent of Christianity, you know, these things have been playing, they have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not about probably the copy from Christianity where the head pastor of the church will anoint the child with oil and all that. Yeah. You get. So the simple fact is these things have been there from memorial, and it will continue for those who believe in tradition.
Oh,
yes, to
yeah,
those who believe in tradition, because it's not
no,
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And not every family that wants to go through that process is mentioned.
And for those of us that do not know what that means, or for some of us that do not understand what that means, for some people, you know, when they put the salt, the sugar or honey, and then the oil, the salt is supposed to signify preservation, the life of the child is preserved, and for some families they put it in the mouth of the child. Then for the sugar or honey, they put it in the mouth of the child and make the life of the child sweet. And then for the oil, whichever oil, it's meant to signify lubrication. As you understand, the child will not have rough patches in life, rough parts in life, you know, and all that. So we would love to know what your tradition is about child naming and childbirth, because on here we just drop it as it is from our perspective, and would love to know your perspective. What is that thing that you think, you know, what's that question that you've been meaning to ask about tradition? Let us hear, let us see it, let us read it in all our social media comments on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. You can also send us a message on WhatsApp and the number displayed on your screen as text message. We'll be right back. Let's go to this quick break. Stay tuned.
At DSAG Engineering and we anticipate and deliver. Since 2000, we have been a PC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and timely delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to manpower outsourcing and maritime supply, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.net or call 480-54. DSAG Engineering Services. Anticipate. Deliver. At DSAG Engineering Services, we manage and deliver. Since 2000, we have been a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to procurement, manpower outsourcing, and maritime supplies, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call +2 807-254-8724. DSAG Engineering and Services. Anticipate, manage, deliver. At DSAG Engineering Services, we anticipate and deliver. Since 2000, we are a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and timely delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to procurement, power outsourcing, and DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call 34807-254-724. DSAG Engineering and Services. Anticipate, manage, deliver.
Welcome back. All right, before we went on that really quick break, we've been talking about the culture in today's world, and my amazing focus has done justice to this topic. We've been discussing this topic in line with the Urhobo tradition, discussing the traditional rights of the Urhobos in this metropolis that we currently are in Warri Delta State, Nigeria. All right, we talked about, we've delved into childbirth now. Well, just take us back a little, right? In traditional marriages, when they're praying for the couple, when the bride's parents or the elders are praying for the couples, they usually use alcohol or whatever drink they use, and they pour it down to, they'll pour it into appease the gods. So they need to do so. What's the significance of that? Because I feel that there are some things that come from there. What is this? What is that? Libations and all.
Yeah, for the Urhobo tradition, and by extension to some, if not all, the tribes in the Niger Delta, especially the Ijos, Ishekira, and Urhobo, and then the Isokos, it's a very common thing that you see when they want to bless the couple by the groom, because it's the groom's home you are going to the dowry. So the groom's father would, when he wants to pray for you or bless the couple. The
groom or the bride?
Sorry, the bride, I beg your pardon. The bride's father.
Yeah.
So it's the bride's father. That's where you go and pay the dowry, the bride price. So the bride's father, in some cases will stand up to pray, in some other cases will sit, but the couple will kneel before the man, and that's where he prays. Some will pour some form of drinks on the floor. Some will just pray ordinarily, you know. Now, there's a significant thing that happens there. The significant thing there is that the woman kneels before the father praying. The man as well kneels before the father praying. Now, there's something very important in that thing that they just did. When they eventually get married, that thing that the man would do spells doom for one of the couple.
I'm sorry, what? Which thing that who does? What the bride's father does?
That prayer that he will pray to the ancestors, the libation that he does, is that responsibility spells doom for anybody who, especially for one of the couple who goes out in the form of adultery. Yes, especially for the woman. If the woman, after marriage, sleeps with someone outside, there's repercussion. And that repercussion comes as a result from that place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that prayer, the libation, is the root of whatever happens after marriage.
Yes, whatever that is outside of a matrimonial home, especially when she sleeps with another man.
Do you think so? Or is that your perspective, or that is?
That is how it is.
How?
Also from that place, if the man is aware that the wife has committed adultery, but did not speak up for traditional on cleansing interview, and eats from the woman's pot of food, or sleeps with that same woman, that thing that occurred on that day will come, instead of on the woman, will now come on the man. The cost for that. So it is very, very significant, that kneeling down and that prayer.
So are you saying that are you saying that intending couples should not kneel down? When they don't pray, they say no, please.
No, you have to. You have to. That is
So
just a yardstick.
So are you saying that they shouldn't kneel down to avoid?
No, you cannot avoid it now. You are going to marry. Just like what the scripture says now. Do not fornicate. Do not commit adultery.
Wow.
So that's why I said, even before the advent of Christianity, this thing has been there.
So for people that don't have that knowledge, that, okay, so these things that happen after marriage is as a result of this libation that is done. Is it not better we just stand and just let them pray and do their thing?
Let me
just
tell
tell
you.
them, please don't pour any drink.
No, let me tell you.
So avoid future.
About 45% of women going into marriage traditionally from this part do not know that thing. So they are only taught or told after marriage.
So now you know. Now you've heard it. You heard it here first. For those of you that did not know, you heard it here first. And Mr. Fred is speaking this fact. This is not his perspective.
No,
he's telling you as it is. He's telling you what it is in the Urhobo tradition.
Yeah.
So if you are an intending Urhobo bride and you did not know this before now, I'm sure now you know. And if you know, you know. All right. So I will still need you to drop your comments on all our social media platforms displayed on your screen. Okay, Mr. Fred, that is a huge one, right?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see that comment.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now let's fast forward now to what we call what's it called now? The during the
talking about
the parents' burial or something. The bride's
in-law greeting.
Yes, the in-law greeting. Yeah, in-law greeting. Sorry, this thing I heard now, it really took me off balance, so I had to forget this. Yeah, so let's talk in-law greeting.
Yeah.
What is in-law greeting for you? Because I understand that in-law greeting is for the women, right? right? The husband comes to greet them, and it's a ceremony in burials. If the woman, if the bride, or if the woman in question loses either parents, either her father or her mother, the husband and the husband's friends or young people comes to do the inaugurating while they are doing their burial ceremony. What's the significance of inaugurating?
Well, like I said earlier on about one particular thing we talked about, I said just to make things right. Yeah. Now it's all about paying your respect to, your wife's father or mother that has passed on. It's just for you to pay respect to that particular person.
So it's not as well ignore. It's possible to ignore.
No, you can't ignore because it is a standard in that tradition for that Urhobo nation. Yes, it has to be done.
And then I understand that the husband has to, for some people, the husband puts cloths, fabric, wrapper on the wife's shoulder, and then some people gives her cash, to wipe away her tears. We already know that she has finished crying. She was literally finished crying and wiped her tears. So why that, wiping of tears? What does that mean?
You can't wipe away culture.
No, I'm not wiping away
culture.
I'm
coming. There's a place I'm going to. Okay. You can't wipe away culture. Just like you can't wipe away what has been said in the Bible or in the Quran.
Of course.
Right? Of course. So, like I said when we started, these are the precepts, the of these people even before the advent of Christianity. It was religiously held on to, follow, adhered to by these people because they lived in a communal setting, not in this modern life we are living in under AC and all that. Back in the day, yes.
Do you have anything against AC?
No, because when we talk about organization, AC is among them. There was no AC back in the days, but seriously, that was the way of life. That's how it was passed on from generation to generation, and it must be adhered to. When Urhobo was saying Urhobo, it means Urhobo is one. But we know literally that it's not one. Yes, it's not one. But
from your perspective,
from my perspective, it's not one. Because why I said so? Why? There's a place you go to in Delta State. When you tell them, they'll tell you they are not Urhobo. So how are they one?
Yes, yeah.
Okbema will tell you it's not an Urhobo.
That is a whole.
And they are Urhobo.
Some people another day.
And they are Urhobo. So that's why I said
cultural
literally
why do we have that in place?
So literally they are not really one, even though when they say they are one. So this is not what you can wipe out easily. Over time, the organization has brought about, softening some of these things, like what's it called, cutting off some genital parts for the women. What's it called, circumcision? On the women's part. I think yes, some people still do that, but at least it has.
In this
reduced.
modern age, some traditional women still do that.
Yes.
As in the babies or the
whatever. Yes. Some tradition still holds on to that thing religiously.
What?
Yes, but my point I was trying to make is modernization has brought down that thing, or like how it used to be before. For the Urhobo woman to get married, it has not gone through circumcision. A woman would even be recognized as a woman back in the day. But this is how it all began. So, was going, we started having this modernization, we started having people who were now thinking positively, in quotes, and trying to relax some of these things. We have the half of the ancestors to start talking about why is price outrageous.
All right. Oh my goodness. What? Some also do this. Not as it's a tradition
is. But for them, they said controls the libido of man. That's what they believe.
Yeah.
That's what.
But I feel like that's the point.
To them, they said it helps these atrocities. Women go to sleep, sexual offense. They say it control. It helps control.
It
helps. That's what they feel.
I know for a fact. I know for a fact. You know, could kill. I can only imagine.
Yeah,
you know, I've never thought of this because I can only imagine the pain it can cause. And for why would you say? I mean,
ask why.
Me, like, why would you say that it controls the libido of a woman, but should be done for the men. Something should be also control their own libido too. Why in that case? Why? That's why.
I also before we out to that. No, the woman with that thing, go and sleep with another man while she's married to a man tradition. But the man can go outside and do whatever and happen to him.
That is brings me back to the question I asked now. Why?
I'm trying to help you. I just let me bring that angle to you.
What's the offense? Why is
let me bring that angle too.
All right. So lastly, let's talk on the dress code of a proper traditional Urhobo man and proper traditional Urhobo women. What is for you, Mr. Fred? What is the dress code of a proper traditional?
And your lace top.
Okay.
You know, we call it Omiregwa.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
that's the name of the top. So that's the proper dress code for the normal Urhobo man. Then for the women,
and then the beads. Forgot the beads.
Yeah, the beads. Yes,
I'm
sorry, the beads. Yeah, the beads. Then you have your hat.
Yes,
you have your hat.
And then the walking stick.
The walking stick. Yes, they call it asoko. For the women, is basically their blouse, the top. There's a way they sew it that distinguishes them from every other tribe, and then you must go on your double wrapper, the one at the top and the one at the bottom. You know, when you tie, when you tie it from your waist down, you know, there's a one first, then the other one, you know. And of course, you also have your beads, of course, and your what's it called? There's a name for that fan.
Yeah, juju. What's it called? Yeah.
Even the men also do.
Yeah, the men have. All right, that is it. This episode of your perspective to play your culture into this world. I hope that you follow through on this, and I hope that you've learned a thing or two, because I learned a lot. I didn't learn a thing or two. I learned a lot. All right, drop your comments on our social media platforms displayed on your screen, and we'll be more than glad to read your comments in our next episode. Well, this is it from me, your homegirl Mara Samuels, and my amazing co-host, Mr. Fred O'Neill, and we'll say have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music, urban lifestyle, and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network. This is TVM. This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Welcome to another episode of Money and Markets. It's a time where we get things really simplified and for everyone to understand what we talk about on this program, very educative and enlightening. And today we will be looking at something that is very common in the news acronym GDP. Yes, GDP this, GDP that. And for most Nigerians, they don't even know what this actually stands for. But we'll be breaking things really nicely today to let you know what GDP is all about. Well, the Nigerians are struggling when it comes to the economic reality of things. But like I said, we will take a look at one very good thing that affects the economy when it comes to annual statistics. Well, let's go deep into what GDP is all about. GDP is an acronym for Gross Domestic Product. It simply means the total value of what it produces in a particular year, given a particular year. All right, now these include farm produce, like food, goods from factories, services that are seen in transport, telecoms, banking, market trading, and of course, tailoring, hairdressing, even up to your POS business. So if Nigeria produces more goods and services, then you begin to hear the narrative saying the GDP is going up or has, risen. If production slows down, then you will hear the other narrative that was saying GDP has fallen or is down. We'll take a critical look, for instance, to buttress what we just talked about, like Nigeria being a big or a large market where we have buyers, so many in the space, and of course sellers are there also doing business, selling as well, and then money is moving around. You say that the market is definitely positive, healthy, as it were, and you say it's alive. All right, so that is GDP growth. But if buyers price, you have buyers, people buy goods, they come into the market and the price, like what they call window shopping. All they just do is price and price. They just look for prices. Goods are not moving, because when you have buyers coming into the market space to price, they do their window shopping, definitely goods are not moving around. That will also translate into who will now go on borrowing to restock. Probably to get buyers will say this product here and the product is not, so to do some restocking and stuff. When this happens, we in the economic space will say that the market is probably open and it's not healthy. We say the market is sick. To buttress further what we are talking about, just to explain the Nigeria's GDP situation, we have on the screen graphics for you to understand the the simple economy that we have before, and we'll also look at the complex economy that we have right now. Now, when you look at the graphics in front of you, you'll find that this is according to, by the way,